This is a guided lesson for Siberian survivors for Monday, May 18th. Monday, May 18th, we will read the story. We will do the vocab, the questions 1 through 18. You can also find the colorful online version of this story by going to myngconnect.com. On pages 346 and 353, all students have been provided with a copy of the story to read and follow along. Assignments are as follows. Write your word 3 times each. Please write the definition of the word on the line, which you can find also in the packet. You may copy the definition directly from this vocab page, and you will answer the questions 1 through 18 in the packet. So all students have been provided with the work. Siberian survivors. Howard Quigley has been stalked by a jaguar, charged by a black bear, and bitten by parasites. But he was most scared when he came face to face with Olga, a female Siberian tiger. I will show you that it's called a science feature. This is the text that we are reading. It says, a science feature is an expository nonfiction about the study of the natural world. Authors of nonfiction write to inform their audience. They often present different viewpoints of the same text. As you read, take note of how the author presents in response to different viewpoints. So here's our story. I will turn the page. And I will begin reading for you. Please follow along. Shivers rolled down Quigley's spine as Olga bellowed a fierce roar. He wasn't sure what the angered cat would do next. Would she stand still? Would she run off? Or would she pounce? The biologist remained calm as he carefully aimed his tranquilizer gun at the tiger, and then he squeezed the trigger, and a dart soared through the air towards the cat. Bullseye! The dart struck Olga in her shoulder. She staggered and slowly slumped to the ground, asleep. As the cat slept, Quigley and his team of scientists went to work. They had to be careful. A female tiger can weigh 370 pounds. They wanted to finish their work before the cat woke up. The scientists took blood samples, checked Olga's heartbeat, and measured her body from head to tail. They also put a radio collar around her neck. The collar sends a radio signal, a series of beeps that help scientists track an animal's movements. This is an example of the radio collar. You can read the little caption here on your copy. Cat tracks. Quigley hoped Olga's collar would help him learn about Siberian tigers. The speed of the beeps from her collar would tell him about the tiger's habits. It would also tell Quigley when she was sleeping, hunting, moving to a new territory, or dead. Quigley needed to learn all he could about Olga's habits. His goal was to keep tigers like her from disappearing from the forests forever or becoming extinct. Quigley wanted to protect Siberian tigers because he knows what happened to other tigers. In the last century, 3 species or kinds of tigers have died out. Only 5 species, include Siberian tigers, are left. Poaching and potions. By the time Quigley first saw Olga, many wildlife experts worried that Siberian tigers were about to become extinct. Their habitat or home had almost disappeared. The big cats once roamed the area from eastern Russia to South Korea. By the 1900s, overhunting had wiped out most of them. Fewer than 50 were left. By 1947, laws were passed to protect the tigers. The laws have helped a little, but Olga and the other tigers still face serious threats. Some people in Asia believe that tiger parts can be used to improve health. Almost every body part is used to make some kind of potion. Brains, tails, and whiskers, for instance, are used to treat everything from pimples to toothaches to paralysis. That means you can't move at all. Poachers, people who hunt illegally, can make $15,000 from selling just one dead tiger. That's more money than most Asian families make in several years. These are over here, where Siberian tigers live today and where they lived 100 years ago. So all this area, and now they only live here. Large number of trees in Russia, in the Russia Taja forest, are being cut down to make timber. This destroyed their habitat, their home where they live. Danger in the wild. Dangers in the wild. Poaching isn't the only danger tigers face. The cats are losing their forest habitat. The Russian Taja is the largest forest in the planet. Scientists say a third of all trees in the world grow there. Many Siberian tigers and their prey, elk, wild boar, and deer, also live there. But animals aren't alone in the forest. Many people are moving in. They're cutting down trees and tiger habitats. They had cats climb in the tree. They like to climb. Tiger protection. Tiger habitat doesn't have to be destroyed. Quigley thinks people can find a way to balance their needs with those of the tiger. It's hard to tell the Russians that they can't sell their natural resources, says Quigley. It's important to find a way to manage forests so that tigers and their prey can continue to have a place to live. Many experts say we can manage forests in a cat-friendly way. Some trees can be cut down while others are left standing. This could allow people and tigers to use the same forest. Protecting their habitat can even help people who live nearby make money. Tourists can travel there to see the tigers. Tourism would create jobs for the local people. People with jobs that pay well are less likely to poach tigers. We could turn that into a persuasive essay to convince them to not tear down the forests. I like how that paragraph was worded. Tiger triumph. Scientists are finding ways to protect Olga and other tigers. So far, they've helped set up anti-poaching squads to keep poachers out of the forest. The squads look for signs that poachers have been in the forest. If they spot gun shells or traps, they know to look for poachers. Their work is paying off. They have helped to make several arrests. Some tigers still get poached and their habitat is still shrinking, but Siberian tiger numbers are on the rise. Nearly 400 may now roam the wild. Some are even moving into areas where they haven't been in years. So 1900 they were down to 50, and now 2002, but now that was 18 years ago. Hopefully that number is way higher than 400. 400 tigers may not sound like a lot. It isn't, but it's a start. There are more tigers today than there were 100 years ago, and their numbers are increasing. In May of 2002, Olga gave birth to her sixth litter of cubs. In many ways, she was thriving and helping the endangered cats to make an amazing comeback. However, Olga's story also shows why poaching remains a serious threat to Siberian tigers. In January of 2005, Olga suddenly disappeared. Officials who were tracking Olga believed that she was the victim of poachers. Staff of the Siberian Tiger Project have seen many cases in which poachers first kill the tiger, then destroy the collar. That's why scientists today are more determined than ever to protect the endangered tigers, like Olga, from continued threats to their survival. So even though they were tracking her and helping her, the poachers likely still got to her. Very sad story. Tiger facts. I can read these for you, or you can read them on your own. These are the 5 species that are still alive today. You might see some of these at the zoos if you get a chance, or visit an online zoo while you're at home on quarantine. Tiger facts. Siberian tigers is the largest type of tiger. An adult male can grow more than 10 feet long. That's 2 of me. And weigh more than 600 pounds. That's a lot more than me. Female tigers usually give birth or 2 or 3 cubs. Female tigers usually give birth to 2 or 3 tigers at a time. A newborn cub weighs between 2 and 3 pounds. Big cats such as tigers can roar, but they can't purr. Tigers are one of the few cats that like to swim in water. Thanks for following along. Please finish your vocabulary if you didn't do it before and answer the questions. I would like to show you very quickly that we have the vocab here, and on our worksheet, which we know from class, questions 1 through 8, you're using these word banks to fill in here. These ones are grammar, sentence, and structure. So you're going to pick the correct word that goes in the sentence. Please watch out for the trickiness of the vocabulary. Sometimes we're adding IE, sometimes we're adding endings, prefixes, suffixes, proper verbs, and nouns. And then on the back, nope, just kidding. On this page here, I think yours is on the back, we're still working on grammar vocab 15, 16, 17, 18, directly go to the story. So you have to make sure you either go back to the story or you listened to the audio on it. We are not doing question 19 on any of them, but feel free to do it and submit it. You can use this little space here or an extra sheet of paper. Thanks for following along.